Lauren Boebert, the GOP congresswoman from Colorado, as you know, is a proud conservative, a devout Christian, a grandmother who extols the virtues of family values and protecting our kids. Have a listen.
Speaking as a mother of 4 boys, enough is enough. I don't send my boys to school to receive indoctrination from the woke mob or to be sexualized by groomers. Here's the bottom line. Let's stop grooming our children.
Stop grooming our children, she said then, and in a tweet she said, take your children to church, not drag bars. So imagine my surprise, my shock, my horror, Eamon, when this week she was spotted on camera, there's an image, doing lewd acts with her boyfriend at a live performance of Beetlejuice the Musical in Denver, surrounded by families and children, prior to being removed from that venue. So I guess, Eamon, once again, we are witnessing that very predictable GOP phenomenon. Every accusation is a confession.
Yeah, and listen, by the way, Mehdi, I'm not sure if you know this, but the guy who Lauren Boebert was engaged in that lewd act with is actually the owner of a gay-friendly bar that hosts drag shows. So again, the sheer hypocrisy of Boebert to denigrate drag-friendly bars and then to warn of their dangers to society, all while being caught with the owner of one. But listen, the bigger takeaway here is not about just the hypocrisy of Republicans like Boebert. It's really the way this behavior has been normalized and tolerated by the Republican Party. I mean, just all you got to do, look at people like George Santos and the lies that he's told, what he's done since he's been in office. Look at somebody like Ken Paxton surviving impeachment for his alleged corruption and everything else that he's accused of doing. A few years ago, all 3 of these Republicans, because of their behavior and their acts, they would have been deemed so outrageous to hold office, they would have been forced to resign in shame. But not in today's Republican Party, not in Donald Trump's Republican Party. They barely get condemned, and they get to keep serving in office, as we see.
It's worse, I think, Eamon. I think it actually helps them. I think you're going to see more of Lauren Boebert, because what happens is they think, the liberals don't like us. They're annoyed. So they rally around these people who objectively have done outrageous things, said lies like George Santos has done, and yet there's absolutely no accountability. And, of course, it's not just George Santos and Ken Paxton and Lauren Boebert. It's Donald J. Trump himself. When the leader of the party never faces any account, of course you're going to have these mini-Trumps behaving disgustingly in public and zero accountability. Imagine what would happen to Lauren Boebert in 2010 or 2005 or even 2015.
Yeah, and a final point really quickly, Mehdi. It has to be, even with the evidence presented to the American public, that some people still refuse it. It's not enough that, the theater came out and said, hey, we removed her because she was being disruptive. She came out with her own version. She tried to spin it, and then they were compelled to release the video to show that she was vaping, that this was happening and this behavior was happening. Because nowadays, Republicans have the ability to tell their followers straight out lies, even in the face of hard evidence.
Don't believe your lying eyes.
Don't believe your lying eyes. Exactly, my friend.